Hey guys, let's get more news from Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. American football legend reveals he lost millions of dollars on film with Jim Carrey. Former American football player Dan Marino revealed that he lost millions of dollars with his participation in Ace Ventura, A Different Detective, 1994, starring actor Jim Carrey. Now 62 years old and one of the greatest legends in the history of the NFL organization, he recalled his participation in the comedy in a recent interview on The Pat McAfee Show. Despite never having won the Super Bowl, Marino is present in the NFL Hall of Fame, being constantly cited as one of the greatest quarterbacks in history. Asked about the rumor that he had chosen to receive a fee for his work on the film instead of a percentage of the film's box office, Marino confirmed amid laughter. "It was exactly that," said the former athlete. "They offered me a percentage of the profits and, being who I am, I didn't agree. I opted for quick money, but that's okay." Jim Carrey's first major international success, the first Ace Ventura, accumulated $107.2 million USD, 532.93 million Brazilian reals, at the worldwide box office. Afterwards, the former athlete joked, "Actually, I made Jim Carrey a star, because if it weren't for me, no one would know who he was." Marino said he had no interest in making the film after reading the script, but was convinced by Carrey after a meeting between the two. The production shows the former player, still active at the time, being kidnapped and the film's protagonist detective investigating his whereabouts. Daniel Constantine Marino Jr. is an American former football quarterback who played in the National Football League, NFL, for 17 seasons with the Miami Dolphins and currently works for the same team since 2014 as a special advisor. He played college football for the Pittsburgh Panthers, earning first-team All-American honors in 1981. Marino was the last quarterback taken in the first round of the famed quarterback class of 1983. He held or currently holds dozens of NFL records associated with the quarterback position, and despite never being on a Super Bowl winning team, he is recognized among the greatest quarterbacks in American football history. Former LB James Harrison ripped Steelers for lowering standard. The Steelers suffered their fifth straight playoff loss to end the 2023 season. Fans and the media are demanding more from Pittsburgh, and now a former player is expressing his dissatisfaction with the team. Former linebacker James Harrison, who helped the Steelers win 2 Super Bowls, XL and XLIAI, believes the team's standard is no longer the same and that it needs to go back to what it used to be. "The expectations should never change. I think the expectations have become we don't want to have a losing season," Harrison said on The Pat McAfee Show. "But the Pittsburgh Steelers standard is to win Lombardies. When you go into that building, there's 6 of them sitting there. And right now, we're not even winning a playoff game." Harrison is right. Head coach Mike Tomlin was praised once again for increasing his consecutive non-losing season streak to 17 this season. And although it is an impressive feat, Pittsburgh, which once prided itself on contending for championships every year, is longing for much more. "I think we need to get back what the standard of the Pittsburgh Steeler legacy, the lore is," Harrison added. "That's just not what it is. The Steelers have not won a playoff game since the 2016 season, which is the franchise's longest drought since 1970. Tomlin isn't going anywhere, but something needs to change for the team to avoid going 8 straight years without a playoff win in 2024. Pittsburgh does seem to be taking its playoff drought more seriously than ever, however. Owner Art Rooney too voiced his frustrations about his team at the end of the season. "We've had enough of this. It's time to get some wins," Rooney too told reporters. "It's time to take these next steps. There's some urgency there, for sure." The Steelers are making several changes to their offensive coaching staff, which includes naming Arthur Smith as the new offensive coordinator. But they better have results sooner rather than later. Pittsburgh has maybe its most important offseason ahead, and it's one that better translate to at least a postseason win or 2 in 2024, or the noise will continue to get louder. James Henry Harrison Jr., born May 4, 1978, is an American former professional football player who was a linebacker in the National Football League, NFL. He played college football for the Kent State Golden Flashes and was signed by the Pittsburgh Steelers as an undrafted free agent in 2002. A five-time Pro Bowl selection, Harrison won 2 Super Bowls with the Steelers, XL and XLII. In 2008, he became the only undrafted player to be named Associated Press NFL Defensive Player of the Year. Harrison was known for his hard-hitting style during games. Harrison also played for NFL Europe's Rhein Fire and had brief stints with the Baltimore Ravens and Cincinnati Bengals. After the 2013 season, he stated that he would be retiring from the NFL, but he came out of retirement to return to the Steelers, and spent part of his final NFL season with the New England Patriots. Harrison is tied with Cameron Hayward for second on the Steelers' all-time sack leader ranking, behind only T.J. Watt, with 80.5. He currently appears on FS1 as a football analyst. Steelers could sign former Titans star running back. Steelers could sign former Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry. There are speculations that are spreading the rumors. However, they have a to-do list to finally acquire their next defensive coordinator. If they have enough money left over, they can aim to fix the running game. The president has stated that Steelers will go all in the offseason, and one of those moves could be Henry. Free agency doesn't start until next month, and there's one question floating around. However, signing Henry could solve the problems Steelers have been facing all season. Last offseason, Henry saw his name linked to the Steelers. Things have changed in the last 12 months, and they could hit Henry. Steelers had a mediocre performance in their running game. It didn't make sense last year since Henry still had 1 year left on his contract with the Titans. TV analyst Marcus Spears explained and thinks adding Henry should be the Steelers' #1 pick this offseason. A big, physical back would likely pique Jones' interest in investigating the situation. Compared to Pollard, he lacks size, but Henry has both. Henry has the size and physicality to run over defenders and get away. However, the only thing is Henry's age that goes against the organization's belief in having a former running back. Some may say that his production is slowing down due to his age, but that is not the case. Henry threw for 1,168 and 12 touchdowns this year, and in his last game, he ran for over 100 yards. Henry is still surpassing 100 yards 4 times and has had totals of 80, 97, and 88 in the mix. And you fan, what do you think of the Derrick Henry situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.